too, but the college process is just, I don't know, something on my mind. So that plays a big part in, I guess, just like everything in my life, because I feel like college is like the next big step in literally anything, in my opinion. So, oh sorry guys, I forgot, I used to know, my friend taught me how to solve it, like, is it two-step, OLL or DLL? Guys, I don't know what it's called, but it's for like the yellow cards and stuff like that. I forgot how to do it. I don't even want to attempt it. So anyways, the college is like a big thing on my mind right now. Let's see what else. Also the SAT. I am a little scared for the SAT. Let me just find out how to solve this again. So it's like stop. I like really forgot to do this. I forgot. Whatever, man. Whatever. So yeah, I am a little scared for the SAT. Literally not too long ago, I was like looking at those videos that were like, I got a 1600 on the SAT and I'll show you guys how I did it and stuff like that. Which is like, you know, inspiring to know that like these kids are very dedicated into getting like that 1600, but like realistically for me, like that's not my goal. Like that's not my goal. I right now am aiming for, and some people might think this is low, but I really don't mind. For right now, like a 1350, that's not my set goal, but that's something I want to start achieving that's like realistic on my SAT. And you know, my school doesn't really have those like tutoring SAT programs or after school programs for the SAT, because we're not really that well funded. So yeah, so like my average SAT at my school is like what, like 1100. So I'm definitely this summer gonna do a lot of self-studying for the SAT, and yeah, I feel like I didn't really take it that seriously, like going into high school and stuff. I feel like it's not something that I really prioritized until kind of like junior year. And like when you see a lot of people like studying for it in like school and stuff like that, you know, like you kind of feel like, oh, do I gotta study for it too? And I definitely want to do good on it because I feel like I have a good starting point of where I'm at right now, and I have the drive and like dedication to like want to do better. And I feel like as long as I have that, I can really achieve anything. There's like a pep talk. But yeah, I think that's also something that I'm really scared of. SAT, you know. So doing self-studying, I'm trying to find out like if I should just do like practice test, or if I should also get like a book that like just has a bunch of questions of like either reading, writing, or like math. But usually I'm better in math, I would say, but my SAT score that I took in school, I think I'm better reading, writing score just by a little bit, which was a little surprising. But I used to really like ELA and writing and stuff like that. I used to write in my free time, so I really like writing, and I want to major in like something with like math or engineering or what else, physics or like robotics, something like that, right? Just because like I'm very interested in it, anything math. But the one thing that's really bad about it is that like I suck I suck so bad in math, in my opinion, and it's really tough and difficult for me. But I love the fact that it's hard. I think like the fact that it's hard is kind of like relieving when I'm able to like, it's rewarding when like I'm able to like solve like a math problem. And I feel like a lot of people say that, but I feel like I wouldn't say math is definitely my strong suit, but it's very interesting that like I don't care if it's hard, that I still want to do it, you know. Yeah, I feel like one of the easier subjects that comes to me is what, like probably like let's say like history, because history is just a lot of like memorization and stuff like that. And I feel like when it's interesting history, I like to remember it and, you know, like look at it on my free time and stuff like that. So yeah, but you know, I've definitely done like a lot of thinking of what I want to do in college, and I feel like it's definitely something with like STEM for sure. I'm a STEM girly through and through. surprising because I feel like a lot of the people at my school that I know that really heard any other like girl, I guess, say that they want to do something like engineering, which is like not, how do you say? It just feels like I thought more people would want to do engineering because I think it's like really cool. But a lot of the time, like in my school, like I feel like I see a lot of people that are interested in, what is it called? Interested in like more like humanities and stuff like that, or like in medicine. Like me personally, like medicine doesn't interest me one bit. Like I think it's really cool how it like plays a role in today's society, but it's like it's not something that I think I would find joy in doing for like almost the rest of my life. So I don't really want to do anything in medicine, but a lot of people want to like do like become like doctors or like nurses and stuff. Some people want to do law that I know. What else? What else? I'm trying to remember. Let's see. I know some people want to do like journalism as well, which is interesting. What else do some people want to do? Some people want to do business, finance. Oh, that for sure. I low-key missed that one out. But I know a lot of my friends want to do something in finance and business and stuff like that. Some people also, like want to do like something with like coding and stuff, which is really interesting because a lot of it's like interesting how diverse my school is. But there's always like talk about like going to like Ivy Leagues in a sense, and it's like I feel like the culture at my school for like Ivy Leagues and stuff is like serious. Like I hear people talking about it all the time, like stuff like that, and it's like getting that like Ivy League education, amazing. But I feel like people really like glorify it a lot, and I think if they've stopped doing that, honestly, like, I haven't heard too much about it. But now that like we're gonna go to college, I think like it's more of talk now. Like it's coming back, that talk. And I feel like it's also people are a little silent, and of course like I get that because like not that much people want to talk about like where they're applying to, where they're going. Like honestly, same, because I think like that's like my business in a way, and I'd probably tell my like close friends that are maybe not in the school, but yeah. So college is really something I'm a little scared for, but also excited because I feel like it's really a time to be like independent and stuff like that, and just like have that experience. And I feel like in college, it's like when your life kind of starts, which is like funny, but it's like you get to be like in a new environment with like people that are like with adults, basically young adults, and kind of get a sense of like the next level of high school, and like this is real. Like I'm going to college to like get a degree in something I want to do. It's like real, because I feel like high school, like my high school experience, it was really tough. I think like junior year, like this year or end of this year, where I was like doing a lot of like extracurriculars and stuff and managing like 4 APs and stuff, and I think it was just something that was really challenging for me, especially because I've done extracurriculars before, just never that much at like a time, so it was really hard. Free pairs, getting a lot. Sorry. So that was definitely really challenging. Very challenging. I would get home like really late, and I think this is junior year's also when I started like my YouTube channel and stuff like that. So when I had time, like I would try to post some stuff. So yeah, that's also why I've been like really busy. I think I've also explained it in some of my other videos as well, like that I was like busy a lot, like doing soccer. I think I said once, or I hope I said that, because that is true. And yeah, it's like it was a lot this year. I feel like I was also in AP Spanish, and AP Spanish is like I'm Hispanic. I'm Peruvian and Ecuadorian, if you guys didn't know. But I'm like a no sabo. I don't like speak Spanish. Let me check. Let me take some of my water. I'm an Osapo, and like my whole family kind of like, you know, speak Spanish. Even my aunts, my uncles, my grandma, my grandpa, they all speak Spanish. And like I understand Spanish like pretty well, I would say. The only thing that kind of sucks is that like I can't really speak it that well. Like I can't formulate sentences correctly and like use the correct grammar. But I can definitely understand what everyone is talking about. So like that's the only like advantage I guess I have with the language, that I understand what people are saying. But at the same time, it's like I also wish that I was able to communicate more with everyone in Spanish. And it also kind of like you feel a sense of like guilt because everyone around you speaks Spanish and you're kind of like the odd one out that doesn't really speak Spanish. And I think like also like this year in AP Spanish, I think I felt like an outsider a lot. Like almost everyone there fluently speaks Spanish. I think almost everyone, like literally everyone. And like of course like some kids like struggle with like writing and reading because most of the time they're speaking, you know, with their families or stuff like that, or they grew up speaking Spanish, and that's like not me. So it's like hard, you know. I never had to communicate. I was never put in a situation where I had to communicate in Spanish all the time because both my parents speak like English. So it was never really like there was never an emphasis on like learning Spanish that much. Like there was, but it was never like heavily enforced to the point where it stuck with me. I would just know words the way my like mom said it, and like the way I hear it from the media and like shows, that it would just like stick in my head. Like I know words, I know sentences in Spanish, like. And I think like that also helped me with in the class, like reading, for example, because it's like, to be honest, I don't know what I was reading at the time, but I feel like it was definitely a class that made me, I don't know, not feel good. Not feel good about like who I was in a sense, because like it kind of like brings shame that I can't speak Spanish, and like I get reminded of it every morning because I have that class first period. So, and the reason I was actually in that class was because my Spanish teacher from last year told me to skip Spanish 5-6 and go to AP Spanish. And like I was taking Spanish 3-4, but it was like that's like the Spanish that's like kind of easy, like the very basic sentences. So that wasn't like a problem, I guess. Like I was still kind of struggling in that class too, but I think she knew that like I was like Spanish, I guess. So like she thought that I spoke, or like I was too embarrassed to speak, when that's not the case. It's just like I don't know how to speak. So yeah, like I mean like I could try to speak, but it's like it won't sound good. That's the thing. Like it's not in the correct order. I also can't really write. Like I write like very like basic, which is like whatever, you know. But I feel like Spanish this year was definitely like a challenge for me, and kind of like pushed me to really try, especially when I didn't know what was going on. And that's like similar to like calculus. I feel like calculus was very hard. And like again, I'm like not the best in math. I feel like in my high school experience there were math classes that like I was definitely like doing amazing in. But I feel like other than that, like it's not that I feel like confident in it, you know what I mean? It's like I like learning the concepts. That's like the main reason why I like, you know, STEM stuff, because I think it's like so interesting. But you know, like calculus, it's definitely challenging. And then I also had like soccer. I had soccer practice like 2 hours every day in like the fall semester. So like that, on top of like homework from like all my RIP classes, like that was just like that was so bad. And like I had recently had like a social issue with one of my friends, and that made me also feel like really, I guess, like insecure about, you know, who I'm friends with and who I decide to talk to, and it kind of made me isolate myself. I don't know if I've mentioned this before. I think I maybe have or maybe haven't, but it had caused me to isolate a lot. And so I was pushing everyone away, and I didn't like talk to anyone really. And I was also struggling a lot in school, I guess, and also going to like an internship I had, doing soccer at the same time, and then doing an in-school program that's really like important at my school. And it was really hard. It was really hard to manage feel like the way I would describe junior year was like I was emotionally, mentally, and like physically like not like stable. Like there was a lot of moments where I was like tired, like physically from like doing like sports and stuff like that, and then mentally with just like how much stuff I have and how stressed out I was, and then emotionally with like the connections I had with people that were not my fault, and it was just really unfair, you know. But I did pull through, and I'm really happy that the end of junior year has come, because a lot of people didn't know what was going on and like how much stuff I had. And something that really made me sad was that my GPA did drop. It dropped a little bit, but it still made like a really big difference. And I was just very disappointed, because I was like, no one knows just by looking at my transcript all the stuff I had going on. And it made me feel really bad about like how much I've done, or made me think I didn't do enough, which was not true, but it's like hard to think about. And yeah, but good thing is that, you know, I've made it out of those dark times, and I'm doing an amazing program over the summer, which I'm really excited for. I'm a little scared, I'm a little nervous. I'm not really that type of like social person, but I'm a little scared for that, but I'm also excited. And I'm also taking a calculus 2 class, which please help me, because that's gonna be really hard. But, you know, so I'm gonna challenge myself, and then this summer, you know, I'm gonna be doing that. It's like basically almost like majority of summer, and I'll have like a few weeks in August to like have a break, like maybe like 2 weeks. And throughout my like when I'm gonna do my program, my summer program, I'm also going to be studying for the SAT. Find a good schedule of how often I want to study for it. Definitely gonna study for it weekly for sure. That's obviously. What else though? Maybe, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I don't know if I want to do it like Saturday, Sunday for like a really long amount of time, like hours, or if I want to like break it up so like every 2 days I do something, or doing it every day. Like that's, I don't know. I still don't know what I want to do yet, but I'm gonna create that. I also have programs on my mind right now. A program for senior year that I want to be doing, so I'm gonna try and apply for that. Also gonna do like other things. Also want to take like a college course for my senior year as well. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on, and I feel like this year I'm only gonna take 3 APs, which is definitely better than before, and one of them is AP Physics. It's AP Physics 1, and like my school doesn't really have like science APs other than AP Environmental Science, so I'm excited to be taking it, and I really love physics. And I know like I've always heard like bad rap about like AP Physics 1, but it's honestly like I don't really mind, because like I did pretty well in physics, I think. I would say so. And I really love the teacher, I really love the concept. I just love physics and just knowing how things work and like seeing it in real life, you know. So like I have a good I'm good for that class. Like I know my physics stuff. F equals MA, you know, like literally. So like I know I'm not gonna be like struggling in that class. The only classes that I'm a little scared of are AP stuff. Well, you're only allowed to take 3 APs in senior year, so AP stats and AP Lang. The only reason I'm taking AP Lang senior year, and I know I see a lot of people take it junior year, is because I was taking AP research. So yeah, a little scared, a little excited. Hopefully I love my schedule. But, you know, 3 APs, and then I'm gonna try to do a program, and then a Saturday thing for like the college course, and hopefully that works well. Yeah, and you try to earn some certificates and some tech stuff, because like, you know, like you know, well, let me just like fix that. Sorry guys, I just pulled down the thing in my ear that I can hear. What was I saying? Oh, I want to do something like STEM, right? And I feel like there aren't too many like engineering things I can do right now. It's kind of like a little late, but also kind of hard. They're also kind of expensive, and they're either expensive or selected. So yeah, I need to find out what I'm gonna do basically, and stuff like that. But Sorry, I just like lost my train of thought. But yeah, I'm gonna do some like tech stuff. Yeah. I just lost my train of thought, honestly. But yeah. So I already kind of have an idea of what I want to be doing in like senior year, because I don't want to stress myself out too much, but I also want to still be kind of like balancing out academics and extracurriculars. So yeah, working on this too, like posting more and stuff like that. So yeah, let me just finish this last cube and finish up my final thoughts and my last words. So yeah, I'm excited because I'm gonna go camping for the 4th of July, and I'm gonna go with my friends, and I haven't seen them in a while, my family friends. So yeah, I'm excited for that, honestly. Scared for, senior year, but high school does a lot of support for college and stuff like that. I need to get my not my ACT, I'm so sorry, my SAT, get the grind up for that, practice, study, also enjoy myself for these last days before my program starts to, like, just play little video games here and there, make some new videos as well, but there's always time for stuff. And yeah, one thing I actually want to do though is take like Muay Thai classes. I think that'd be really cool because I've done Taekwondo and I have a black belt in Taekwondo, but imagine I did another